Well, in 2000, Common and I went to Cuba. Some kind of way we passed through Cuba, and we got there because I was really interested in having a Santeria reading. Santeria is the cousin to Yoruba, and also Candomblé in Brazil. It's a religion that focuses on the deification of the spirit itself, evoking energies, you know, that we cannot see but we do feel, that we call many names. I was sitting outside waiting for my reading. All of the houses were pastel colored. All of the streets looked exactly the same. There were no house numbers. All of the women walked around with their stomachs relaxed. There was no pretense at all. The children ran around. A watermelon was 10 cents. Pineapple was 5 cents. People seemed happy, content. There was no television. There was music, lots of music. And I was sitting on this porch, really sitting on the curb. I was sitting on the curb waiting for my reading, and I had prepared myself diligently, you know, really, it was really important to get this reading. I was at a place in my mind, you know, you're on this quest. I think I was having a Saturn return. There was something important happening in the world, and I was feeling heavy, and I wanted some relief. I put on my best white hair wrap. It was tall, and my long white dress, and I was naked underneath. You can write that down. And it was important to me, and I sat there, and to my left was a man. He was drinking a big beer. His fingernails were filthy, kind of like mine. He had on Puma sneakers, and they were so tight that you couldn't see the tongue. They was too big, you know. Looked like poverty, basically. And the guy on my right had on some white shorts so tight you could see his nuts. And they were passing this beer back and forth over me and smoking a cigarette, you know, and I was like, okay, this is the experience. And it was cool, and it was my time to go in to get a reading. And I went in, and a lady with a long yellow dress, she was about 70 years old, she came out to get me, and she didn't speak English, and I had an interpreter named Pablo, and he was telling me everything that I was supposed to do. And I went in, I took my shoes off, and they was looking at me like, okay, go ahead, you can take them off. And I took them off, and went in the room, and I got on my knees on the floor, and she started the process by washing me with cotton and whatever ritual came along with that. And Pablo was telling me everything she was saying. And about 5 minutes into it, a girl walked in the room and got some off the clothesline in the bedroom. And I was like, okay, this is not my romantic idea. It's not so whimsical, you know, people walking in and getting stuff off the clothesline. I don't want that. Pablo, can you explain to them that I kind of want it to be sacred or white and stuff? I wanted to. And he said, okay. So he something he said, I don't speak Spanish. But he told him, and about 10 minutes later, another guy walks in. It was a guy who had those Pumas on, his nails were dirty. And I was thinking, okay, this is just, I'm just gonna have to get over it. And I told Pablo, you know, I'm just gonna, I don't like it, I don't feel comfy. He was like, no, he's the priest.